Alright, well, here's the deal here. I have some second cut hay on a farm over the next town over. And it's really not bad stuff. And I really didn't have time to mess with it. But a kid I went to school with, which is no longer a kid, he's a couple years younger than me. Because I stayed back in 3rd grade, if you didn't know that. But, yeah, because I'm a dummy. But anyways, he's short on hay. And he asked me if I could, if I would sell it to him or if I was going to make the hay or whatever. Well, I said, no, I'd like to make the hay. And then I thought about it for 10 minutes. And I thought, you know what, I don't have time to mess with that stuff over there. It's about 30 acres or so. 25, 30 acres. So I told him, I said, you cut it, ted it, rake it, and bale it. I'll let you have half of it because I've got fertilizer onto it. So that's cool. Well, he was complaining his hay rake. It's an old roller bar, and he's got to go. He said, it'll take me 3 days to rake it all. I'm like, well, that's just totally unacceptable. So what I'm going to do, and I think he ought to be able to get this done today. But if he rakes it like now, like right now, the second the dew comes off, then he should be able to bale by 2 and get it all done if I get him sufficient wagons over there. So this is the hay rake. I know a couple of you guys were like, oh, when did you get that hay rake? Well, I actually have had this hay rake for quite a while. What did they call this? A WR1008. It's a 8-wheel rake. I bought this on eBay. It was brand new. And the guy that owned it used it on 10 acres. And that was it. He did 10 acres and then called it a day. So, he put it on eBay. He owned a pawn shop. But anyways, out of Virginia. So anyways, I bought it. I put it on the back of the 550 and I drove it home. So, I came home with it. But anyways, yeah, this thing has been quite reliable. Probably one of the most reliable little shits that I've ever owned. The worst thing about it was here, where these 4 bolts are that hold the tongue to the beam. They are really they were undersized, so what I did was I drilled the holes out and I put bigger bolts into it, and it seems to have solved the problem, because what would happen is they would just snap off of there. Of course, I'm going over some pretty rough terrain with it, and for what I want to do, it's a little small. I wish it was a 10 or a 12, but it's an 8. So as you see up there, I had a hired kid, and he ran into something with it and bent the top wheel, which was no big deal. But if anybody's looking for a small wheel rake that works unbelievably well, this is a Fronteer by John Deere. See? Fronteer right there. Fronteer wheel rake. This one here, I've probably had it 5 or 6 years already. I bet it's been more than 5 or 6 years. I've had it for quite a while. But yeah, you just you hook it up. It's a single cylinder. You cannot block one of them and rake with one that I know of. I mean, I'm sure if you disconnected this here somehow, yeah, I guess you could. You could disconnect the cylinder from the tower here and go ahead and remove that one there and then rake with one. I'm pretty sure you could do that. But I don't think I want to. I have had a couple of small issues with it. Like right here, they were like an L-shaped hitch right there, clevis. So what I did is just went down to the hardware store and I bought that and welded it on there. Because these are cast steel, I used a nickel alloy rod, which seems to have held up much better than anything else. This is the second one that I did. This was the first. Obviously, I didn't do a very good job of welding. Possibly my son did, Timothy. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure it was me. What else happens? Oh, the other stupid thing about it is here. There's a pin that goes through here, okay? And when the pin is fine, but there's a cotter pin that goes through there. I don't know if you can see it, but they wear out. And then when well, yeah, there you can see. They wear, and when they wear, then the pinfall comes out this way, and then your whole arm kind of gets messed up, and It's kind of a stupid design. It works okay, but it ain't great. I think it should be a roll pin, personally. A heavy roll pin, but that's not what they put in there. Yeah, I don't know what else I could say about it. I mean, I've had nothing but good luck with it. What the heck else? I know that this frame and everything this is the same as the 10-wheel rake. It's just this arm here extends out one more set, so it'd be 4. Yeah, it does one more set. Yeah, there's actually no. This arm stays the same. It's this swiveling piece here that goes beyond, and you have an extra wheel there. So that seems to work pretty good. But anyway, yeah, they're pretty much low maintenance. You just throw some grease at it every time you use it, or every other time you use it, or whenever it needs it. And the thing I do like the most about this thing, and it has been greased since we used it last, it actually has greasable hubs on the rake wheels, which the H&S does not. The H&S wheel rake, they lock up. So it's really a well-built little. It's really a well-built little rake. And I have to say, anybody that's owned one of these, I actually got a neighbor of mine to buy one. He looked at mine. He's like, "Wow, that thing's really awesome. I think I want to buy one of those." So he bought one on eBay, and I don't know what it is with eBay and these things, but he paid a lot more money than I paid for this. I paid $1,500 for this thing, and I think they list it like, I don't know, 6,000 or 7,000. They're kind of pricey for what they are, but you know, if you look on eBay, you can get them. I think he paid $4 for his. I don't know. Like I said, I've had this thing for years now. But anyway, yeah, there it is. Yeah, just a good little hay rake. And this thing will trail down the road like 50, 60 mile an hour. It don't care. It just doesn't care. It goes. It goes. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.